So, my name is Chris McVie, and I help people get more of what they want from their business. I do that by helping them implement a complete and proven system using simple, practical tools to achieve three things we call vision, traction, and healthy. And I'm here today with Connie Clark, owner of Mission Computers. So, Connie, let's start off with question number one, which is give me your 30-second elevator pitch. What do you do for your customers? What value do you provide? Or what problems do you solve?
Sure. Thanks, Chris. Well, you know how most employees are inundated with emails and texts and meeting requests, and they don't maybe feel organized or on top of their technology. I teach and consult on programs like Microsoft Excel and Teams and SharePoint, so I can help them discover the new systems that will save them time and reduce their frustration.
Question number two is what would be a typical trigger event that would cause a prospective customer to want to seek you out or start working with you?
I'm going to share a few examples with you of actual triggers from actual clients in the past. They vary greatly. So the latest one actually I received this summer was from an employer that says, I need to hire another employee, but I thought I'd check in with you and see if you can assess my staff and maybe do some training with them so I don't need another employee. Maybe I can make the current ones more efficient and effective. I thought that was a great way of looking at how to help you know tap into the technology and tap into the resources that an organization has. So that was one trigger. Another one was really a lot of the I don't understand, this Teams and the SharePoint and the OneDrive. And I was talking to somebody today and they were calling something OneDrive, and I said, I'm pretty sure you mean SharePoint. And they're like, well, no, it's OneDrive. And as soon as I saw their screen, I said, that's SharePoint. They're like, how did you tell? And I'm like, well, that's my secret. I know these things, So it's sort of like not understanding this new stuff, right? Keeping up to date with it. And another popular trigger that I hear often is just it's taking people too long, or they're frustrated with it, or it's overwhelming, right? As a manager or an owner, I might be hearing from my employees that they hate something, they hate that new system. So that would be a trigger for let's talk to some experts to help us, teach them and get a better system going for them. There's got to be a faster way, or I've made some mistakes in the past with my Excel. I need to learn it better. But usually it's after they've been using the system for a while. They have to feel the pain before they call me, because they think they can do it on their own. And some people can't. Some people want to get some help. So
You've actually started answering the next question, which is so what would make you unique? Why would they consider working with you versus another alternative or other alternatives they might have?
right. I mean, why not just Google it? Why not just go on YouTube or read a book? And I have a book you can read, by the way. So they would go with me because I'm going to step them through from A to Z based on what they need. And based on what they need means that I'm going to get to know them as a person or as a company and as an organization. I assess the employees that I work with or the organization as a whole as well to find out what their needs are. And then I tailor a solution for them. I have 30 years experience in this industry, so I know a few things. And I did finish a book on Microsoft OneNote. It's called Work Smarter with Microsoft OneNote. So if you do want to buy a book, that one is definitely A to Z. But if you need some coaching, you'd want a human being like myself. Google and YouTube, all that stuff, I use it for sure, but I'm not going to use it to learn something wholeheartedly. Like to get one quick answer, great. But if I don't know the question, how am I going to get the answer? And that's where I can come in.
So then once they've decided to engage you, what does a typical project look like once they get started with you?
Yeah, that depends really on the assessment, but a lot of times it's a combination of things. It's kind of not a one size fits all type of deal. I have a learning management system where people can log in and learn at their own pace on programs like Excel or Teams or SharePoint, so they can learn it from scratch so that they can use it and understand it. And so it'll be a combination of maybe the online training plus me working with them one-on-one or in small groups. And that working would be probably like 1 or 2 hour segments per week or per every other week for some period of time. And then if they're local, maybe I'm on site with them as a group, and maybe I'm on site regularly. So there's a few different ways that it can go.
Okay. And my last question is what's next for you and Mission Computers?
Well, for me, it's just continually trying to be better at what I do, and that includes, the technology that I work with and I help my clients with, and running my business. So, knowing people like you, Chris, is handy for that. How do we run a better business? I want to offer more courses in my online portal. I want to write more books, and I want to make a bigger impact and just to help people, you know, be inspired by the technology and try new things, stop the old habits. I was talking to a client today about the method that they were using. I was saying, you're using your 20-year method in a brand new technology. So when you take your old method in a new technology, you're really not getting the benefit of that new technology. And that's kind of where I guess I would be. Maybe that goes back to the unique thing, is that helping build that new habit so that that new technology that you've been promised is going to work so great really does work the way you expect it. So,
That's fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time here today and learning more about what you do.
you're welcome. Thank you so much for your time, Chris.